Hi everyone. So today we're going to go over how to read a food label. So when you're going to the grocery store and buying food, you should definitely be reading the food labels and knowing what you're buying and what you're putting in your body. It's very important to understand what the food label is saying so that you can make an educated and healthy choice at the grocery store. So this is just a template of a typical food label. They're all pretty standard. They require the same information. And if you see at the top here, that's where you're going to find your serving size. You see here it says servings per container, about 2. And 1 serving is a cup. So if you eat the entire container, that would be 2 cups. That means you have to multiply all of these numbers below by 2. So you think about a macaroni and cheese, box of macaroni and cheese, there's usually 2.5, 3 servings in a container. So if you eat a whole box, you need to take the amount of servings and multiply all these numbers. And that's how much you're consuming. So if you're only having half of this container, which is 1 serving or 1 cup, you're going to get 250 calories from whatever this is. And 110 of those calories are coming from fat. And all food labels are going to tell you that. So that's almost half of the calories from fat. So this is kind of a high fat product that we're looking at. So we move down, these nutrients that are at the top are the ones that you want to limit. So they start with fat. This 1 cup has 12 grams of fat. If you eat this entire container, then you're getting 24 grams of fat. It's also going to tell you the saturated fat and the trans fat. So again, 3 grams of saturated fat. If you have 1 cup, if you have 2 cups or the whole container, it's going to be 6 grams. And same with the trans fat. So 3 grams come from trans fat, 3 grams come from saturated fat, which are both very unhealthy fats. So that's 6 grams out of this 12. So that just means that the other 6 grams come from unsaturated fats. But they're not required to list that on the label. You might find some labels that write out what the different monounsaturated or polyunsaturated fats are. And then we come down to cholesterol. So this product has 30 milligrams of cholesterol in 1 serving and 470 milligrams of sodium or salt in 1 serving. Now let's go over to this column here and the percent daily value. So these numbers here are based on a 2,000 calorie diet. So if you're consuming 2,000 calories a day, then this product, if you have 1 serving of it, you're getting 18% of your total fat needs for the day from this one serving. Now, if your calorie requirements are less than 2,000 or more than 2,000, these are a little bit different. Because this is based on a 2,000 calorie diet. But 2,000 is the average calorie amount that the government feels that people in general would be eating on a daily basis. So it says that all food labels will say this down here. 2% daily values are based on a 2,000 calorie diet. Your daily values may be higher or lower depending on your calorie needs. So if we come down, these ones that are in red are nutrients that you want to get in your diet. These are, you want to make sure that you're getting a lot of these in your diet. So fiber, and then these are some of the vitamins and minerals. These 4 are required to be on labels, and some labels might have more than these 4, but these 4 have to be here. But if a product is high in vitamin K or high in potassium or one of the other nutrients, and for marketing reasons they want you to know that, they might put those on the label as well. But these are the only ones that are required to be on there. So this product, I'm guessing this is like a whole milk or something with the amount of fat and the 20% calcium. So you're getting 20% of your calcium with 1 cup if you're eating a 2,000 calorie per day diet. So this is the general food label. And these numbers are important. They're very important, but in my opinion, they're not the most important. It's good to know how many calories you're getting from a product. It's good to know how much fiber is in there and how much sodium, because you want to choose foods that are lower in sodium. This is a lot of sodium for 1 serving. So these numbers are definitely important, but what's more important is the ingredient list, because it's important to know exactly what you're putting in your body. And if you remember in another video, I talked about trans fats and how this number could say 0, but it could, if there's less than half a gram per serving, they can put 0. So it could really be 0.49 grams. If you eat 2 cups of this product, you're getting close to 1 gram of trans fat. And the only way you would know if there are trans fats in there is by reading the ingredient list. So let's go to the ingredient list. So this is my favorite, Skippy peanut butter. So I posted a video on Saturday that went over, well, as I'm recording this, I posted a video on Saturday. I'll try to keep that one up on the first Saturday of every group. But it talked about Skippy, and it talked about different types of peanut butter and how you can swap out for healthier ones. So this is the ingredient list for Skippy peanut butter. We've got, now when you're reading the ingredient list, it goes in order of the amount that's in it. So the first ingredient is going to be the most that's in that product. So this is mostly made up of roasted peanuts. And the second most abundant ingredient in this product is sugar. And then hydrogenated vegetable oils. And this is just saying that those hydrogenated vegetable oils could come from cottonseed, soybean, or rapeseed, which is canola. So it's not specifying which one, because it could be any one of those 3 that it could come from. So this label, like I said on the other page, you see it says hydrogenated vegetable oils. And what, if you remember, anytime you see hydrogenated, the word hydrogenated, partially hydrogenated or hydrogenated, it means there's trans fats in that product. And the second ingredient is sugar. So we got mostly peanuts, and then the second ingredient is sugar. So that means there's a lot of sugar in here. And then the last ingredient is salt. So if you go back to the other video where we talked about Teddy peanut butter, there's only 2 ingredients. There's peanuts and salt, or if you get the salt-free one, it's just peanuts. And that's what peanut butter should be. So it's very important to know that, and don't get mixed up, because on the front of the label, you know, they have Skippy Natural, all natural. Jif has an all natural. Justin's, which is supposed to be a good brand, has, you know, natural peanut butter. And all that means is that there are natural ingredients in it. Sure, sugar's natural, so they can say all natural. So even if they're marketing that it's the healthier one, you want to make sure you look at this ingredient list, because that's the truth of what you're actually eating. You want to understand exactly what you're putting in your body. So next time you go to the grocery store, pick up the container and read the label and know what the ingredients are. And if you're not familiar with an ingredient, it doesn't necessarily mean it's not a healthy ingredient, but do your research. You know, if you're not sure if a certain ingredient in there is healthy, Google it. You know, figure out, what is it? Is it healthy? Is it not healthy? If if the word ends in OSE, dextrose, glucose, fructose, maltose, that means it's a sugar. It's a type of sugar. And they're using all kinds of new fancy names to for sugars, like high fructose corn syrup. I think they renamed to, or maybe it's aspartame. They renamed to amino sweet. Um, sucralose is Splenda. So you gotta kind of learn, educate yourself, read the labels, look up the ones you don't know, and find out what they really are, because there can be a lot of artificial ingredients in there, a lot of additives, preservatives that are really unnecessary. So become familiar, and it might even be a good exercise to go through your own cabinets and pull out what you have, read the labels, read the ingredient lists, and start Googling the ingredients that you don't recognize, just to educate yourself on what you have in your kitchen now. And then when you go to the grocery store later, that can help set you up to make a more educated choice. And if you have any questions about any of the ingredients, feel free to email me and ask me, and I'd be happy to chat with you about what different ingredients are and whether they're healthy or not, or belong in your food or not. So that's the basic down low on food labels. Make sure that you're reading them, and make sure that you're educating yourself on what you're eating. So that's it for today. See you guys tomorrow.